YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah, back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it's my quarterly that I'll probably change into semi-annually crochet hair rankings video. Now, I'm so excited to do these videos. I love doing these videos because so many of you guys say it helps you out so much, and that's why I make my videos for you. I'm also very excited to do this video because it is my first ever collab with another YouTuber on here. Now, it isn't that I haven't been approached by another YouTuber before, but this YouTuber specifically, her channel spoke to me because she is another crochet hair beauty out there, and I'll leave her channel or her video link up above, and her name is Indya. Now, she's also doing a crochet hair favorites ranking end of year type video as I am, so make sure you guys go check her out and show her video some love and tell her that Leah Lavon sent you. She has reviews on plenty of other hairs too, so if they're not her favorite hairs, she probably has a video out there for her. Now, if you're not familiar with this video specifically, I go deep and I do a deep dive into the last hairs that I've tried. Now, I've tried 16 hairs that you guys have seen up to date. Now, I'm not going to spend so much time talking on all those hairs. I'll really highlight the last 8 hairs that I've tried. So if you guys want to see me go deep into some of the other hairs that I'm not going to speak about, I'll leave my fall edition of this video up above, and then somewhere else throughout this video I'll leave the first ever rankings video that I did up above. Now, like I said, I'm probably going to switch this to semi-annually because it takes a lot of time to record, film, edit, and do all that, and some of the stuff I say is very repetitive, so I don't want to give you guys the same information over and over again. I want to give you guys fresh information. So if you want to see my rankings and full thoughts on these hairs, watch this video. This is the video for you. If you just want to see how the hair looks on a human head, on a head, this little noggin right here, link up above to my actual lookbook video is where I just show you the hair. It's a little, quick 4-minute video. Make sure you check that video out. If you want to watch both, why not do that? Now, without further ado, let's just go into my least liked hair, and that will be my number 16th hair. And I don't even want to spend too much time on it because it's my most recent upload, and it's the Ajai Dominican blowout straight hair. Now, if you saw that video, you know the main issue that I had with it was the shedding and the tangles. The shedding and the tangles. That's the highlight. That should have been in the title of the video, the shedding and the tangles. Now, I highly dislike that hair. I used 5 packs of that hair. That hair ran me $4.99 a pack. Now, I don't know if it's $3.99 a pack. They had a blowout sale on it, probably because it's such a terrible hair, but it is $4.99 a pack. 5 packs were used. Like I said in that video, I should have used more of that hair. If you saw that video also, I have it in the color 2. And how long do you think I wore that hair? 6 weeks like some of the other hairs? Oh, no. I wore that hair a week and 2 days. You heard me correct. I said a week and 2 days. That's, 9 days of wearing a hair. I don't do that on this channel. I wear hairs and I want to wear hairs for a continuous long amount of time, and that hair specifically wasn't one of them. So no need to really harp on the details of that hair. It looked really good and I was really interested in trying it, but I think it's so high maintenance. It's not water friendly. It's not activewear friendly. So that's why it lands as number 16 on my crochet hair rankings video. My number 15 hair is the Model Dominican braid hair. Now, I used 6 packs of that hair. I bought it at my local beauty supply store. I believe it was $4.99 a pack. I wore it for 4 weeks. I would have taken it out sooner. You guys know I was in my accident. The weekend of my accident was the week I was going to take that hair out, so it postponed it a little bit. So I wore it for 4 weeks, was ready to take it out by week 3. The tangles was the main issue with that hair. Now, that hair original length was very super long. If you saw in that video, I had a cutting snafu where I just kept cutting and cutting and cutting. So it ended up being about 10 inches that I wore, which is probably for the best. The hair was very extremely lightweight, one of the most lightweight hairs that I have ever worn, and it was perfect because I wore it during July, which is one of the hottest months out there. So for lightweightness of it, so amazing. You don't want to have a hair like kind of the hair that I have in right now. It's very warm hair. You don't want to have faux locks. In the summertime, you really want to have something that is very lightweight and your scalp is very breathable. So I give it that. It was a very breathable hair, but I would say very high maintenance, very much so. Wasn't a water friendly, beach friendly, any hair that I would take near anybody's water type of a hair. So that's why it lands at number 15 on my rankings. Just wasn't one of my favorite hairs. So my number 14th hair is the Ajai deep twist hair. That hair was $4.99 a pack. I had 5 packs of that hair. I wore it for 4 weeks. I had it in the color 2. They also have a 24 inches of that hair. I had it in the shorter 14-inch version and the pre-loop version. I think 90% of my followers were with me on the page of that hair, and then 10% were like, I actually do love that hair. So that's why I love my videos and I love you guys out there, because some hairs that I love you guys hate, some hairs that I hate you guys love, and it's a difference of opinion. Some hairs just don't work out the same for everybody. Now for me, I have other hairs, and you guys will see me throughout this video mention other hairs that I love more than this hair. I think the Outre Bohemian Curl hair is a better version of this hair. I'm sorry, not sorry. I think Outre could have skipped out on this hair and just had the Bohemian Curl, and it just be an amazing hair. This hair just tangles was the main issue with it. It was just tangles. It was just high maintenance. Number 13, another Outre hair, and it's the Outre Bohemian Curl hair, kind of in the same family as the deep twist hair, so I won't speak too long on it. And it's also a hair that I tried a way long time ago, so I won't harp too long on it. But I recently though was looking at some pictures that I took with the Outre Bohemian Curl hair. Love it photography wise. It photographs so beautiful. It's probably some of my most favorite photos that I ever took with a crochet hair, and especially in my early days. But you know, picture is one thing, actually on my head is another thing. Outre Bahamas Curl, me and it just didn't get along. I think it's very high maintenance. I think it's also not active wear. I don't think it's water friendly at all. I wouldn't take it to the Bahamas. That's one thing I wouldn't do. All these hairs have very islandy names, but some of them, they're not really islandy hairs. Don't do it to yourself. So that's where Outre Bahamas Curl lands on my rankings. Now for my number 12th hair, another islandy name that I also wouldn't take on an island is the Free Tress Aruba Curl hair. One of my earliest hairs, I think, maybe my third hair that I ever tried. I tried it because it looked very similar to the deep twist, and it is very similar, but I think it's very much so a very softer hair. It's a lot softer, and a lot of people actually like the hair for the softness of it. Now you're not going to get a longevity with it, but I think it's very beautiful in terms of how it looks, and it does look very similar to deep twist. I think deep twist is an amazing hair, a better hair than this hair. So if you're going to try to debate between the Aruba Curl and deep twist, which one you're going to get, definitely don't go to Aruba on this one. Go to deep twist on that. So that is my number 12th hair. Now for my number 11th hair, it is my Harlem 125 Ripple Deep hair. Now this hair was very much so polarized on my channel. I think it's the only video where I have 50% say I agree with you, 50% say no, you did this wrong, this is what you should have done with this hair. Now I had 4.5 packs in, so one of my lower packs used on a longer length hair. It was $5.99 a pack. It was 20 inches. It was not pre-looped at the time, but I think if I checked Sam Beauty recently, I think they may have a pre-loop version of it now. I may be wrong. I may have a shorter version. I know for a fact they have a shorter version, but I think that shorter version is also pre-looped. But this hair, I think where I went wrong with it, and a lot of people said I went wrong with it, was the fact that I used mousse. I use mousse in so many of my hairs. You guys know my mousse is my best friend, my Lotta Body mousse specifically, and Lotta Body can sponsor me if they want to. I'll take that sponsorship, but I'm not sponsored by Lotta Body, and I love their mousse, and I use it with every hair I have in right now. Didn't mention it, gonna mention it now as the main concept. Beach curl hair review video coming soon, but I shouldn't have used mousse with that hair, and that's what a lot of people said in that video. They said water works best. Mousse is the enemy of this hair, and also they said I should have worn it shorter. Now I did wear it at the full length of the hair. A lot of people say Ripple Deep works well, just like Ocean Wave by Harlem 125 works well in a shorter length. So that is my recommendation. I wouldn't give it, it's a terrible hair, don't try it out. I definitely say try it out, but the reason I have these videos and the reason I make them the way I do is because I want you guys' feedback on it. What could I do different? What could I have done to kind of have the longevity or have the hair last longer than it did? Learn from my mistakes, and that's why these videos are also helpful. I come back and tell you what I've learned over time and you guys' recommendations. So you guys definitely keep me on point, and definitely any of these hairs that I'm going to mention, you have a different reaction to it or you have a different routine with it, let me know down below. But Ripple Deep definitely lands that spot because for me personally, it was just too tangly. It looked beautiful. Also, just like Bahamas Curl, another hair that photographed beautifully, but on me, performance-wise, was not my fave. So now we're on number 10. Number 10 was my last year birthday hair, and it was a Sensational Party Curl hair. Now I just had a Sensational hair in recently, which you guys haven't seen the review on either, Sensational Island Curl hair. Now Sensational, I think, makes some great hairs. I think Sensational Party Curl was an amazing hair in terms of I didn't have to use that many packs. I used 4 packs of that hair. The length was 12 inches. It was pre-looped. It's the first ever hair that I installed. It was a very easy install, one of the shortest installs I ever had, but That was the one video I did that I didn't do in the format that I normally do, where I come on with my first day thoughts, my 1 week thoughts, and my final thoughts. In that video, I only did my 1 week thoughts of it, and I loved it, and I loved it. But one thing I would say, after a while, it did frizz up a lot. That's why I don't give it my stamp of approval for being breach approved or kind of activewear approved, just because of the frizz of it. The frizz of it frizzed maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks in, and it just kept maintaining that frizz and got even frizzier. And that's the same issue I had with the island curl, but you guys haven't seen that video yet, so I won't give you any spoilers on that one. So number 9, a fairly recent hair on my channel, is the free tress ringlet wand curl hair. Now I only used 3 packs of that hair. It is one of the more expensive hairs. It was $9.99 a pack, but it was a 2 times pack, and I only used 3 packs, so it only ended up costing me about $30. Now I had it in the color OT30, and I wore it for 3 weeks. Now, I think my issue with it was not the fact that it wasn't a good hair. It was a very much so good hair. For me, the curls were very different. If you guys know, that's a very different curl pattern, or very different curl than I've ever tried on my channel. And it took some getting used to. I'm more used to this. You guys know I'm very consistent, but I need to step out of my box because I want to give you different options. I don't want to come on here with the same looking curl all the time and you guys being like, is that go-go curl, presto curl, beach curl, main concept beach curl? They all look the same. I'm not trying to bring you the same hairs. I'm trying to diversify my portfolio. So the ringlet wand curl took some time getting used to. I think the color of it too also kind of threw me off. It made me feel like a little bit of Orphan Annie a little bit. Gave me a little bit of Shirley Temple vibes going on. So I think I might have enjoyed it in a darker shade. Maybe that's where I went wrong. I think it also exposed me to the fact that lighter colors sometimes frizz up a little bit more, or show frizz a lot more than darker colors. I think up to a certain point I had only tried 2s or 1Bs and all that, so I was more so used to that color scheme. So when I tried a color, and especially this color, I didn't notice it with the free tress presto curl. I noticed it a lot more with this hair. It showed up frizz a lot more, and I've seen a lot of people get away with a Jamaican bounce or a free tress ringlet wand in a dark color and wear it for maybe 5 or 6 weeks, and I could only wear it 3 weeks and it looked extremely frizzy by that kind of taking out points. Can I take a brief intermission and say I feel like a little bit, if you guys remember, I don't know if BET still does this, but Notarize, where they would count down the top 100 videos of the year. I kind of feel like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing a Leah Levon Notarize BET, you know, top 16 hairs of the year type thing. BET might still do it, but I don't know if music videos are still even a thing. So my number 8 hair, the hair that I won't go too deep into detail on because I've talked about it for maybe over a year now, is the free tress go-go curl hair. Now if you guys know, it's not number 8 because it's a sucky hair, I hate it, I have 7 hairs that I love more. It's number 8 because it's only the second hair I tried on this channel. I think it was free tress deep twist and then this hair. So I didn't have a maintenance routine with it. I didn't know what I was really doing with it. And a lot of people ask me, am I going to repeat it? Am I going to give it a second chance? And I say maybe, but it'd be a while from now because I love trying new hairs. So free tress go-go curl is amazing hair. It's just that I didn't have the skills yet to maintain it and keep it as long as I should have been able to keep it, but beautiful, and it's very comparable to my number 1 hair that I'll talk about very shortly. Number 7 is the free tress water wave hair. I have a lot of people disagree with me on this hair, but I really did like water wave. Now if you guys know, in that video I wore it at its full length for about 2 weeks, so it came all the way down here. Biggest mistake I had made on this channel. I should have cut it up a lot shorter. So I'd say definitely if you get a hair like the free tress water wave hair and a hair that I want to try very soon, the free tress bohemian braid hair, I'd say keep it up from here to up here in terms of how it looks, in terms of maintenance. I think it looks more realistic that way. It definitely gives you a fresh, like, wash and go, twist down, braid and twist kind of a vibe to it, and I really did enjoy that hair. I just didn't enjoy that long length. I don't know what I was thinking. So my number 6 hair, I'll spare you guys going too deep into it because every time I mention it, you guys kill me, and it's the Bobbi Boss Now wave hair. You guys are always like, I'm searching for that hair, I can't find it. It is because that hair is discontinued. They do not make that hair anymore, so you will have an impossible time finding it. So I don't spend too much time talking about it. I loved it. I loved it for the beach. It was the first time I actually swam and put water really deep into a hair. I did it with the free tress deep twist, and I didn't maintain it afterwards. I did it with the Bobbi Boss Now wave hair, and I maintained it afterwards, and it looks, I love that hair. If you guys ever notice, I love it more after I got it wet than before. It was kind of farther out. I'll insert a picture right now of how it looked before I got it wet, and now I'll insert a picture of how it looked after I got it wet and how I recorded my videos after that. I love the way it looked afterwards. Truth be told, it just gave it a more so concise. It was kind of more poofier, then it kind of brought it in. So I love that hair, but I won't I actually saw it in the store the other day and I almost snapped it, but too many people would have probably been like, where you at, girl? Where is that hair? I need it in my life. So that is that. So number 5, the free tress deep twist hair. I don't need to go too deep into detail. It's the video that launched this channel. It's the first ever video that I had. It's the first thing that ever made me start recording in the first place. I link up above. If you ever need a good laugh, check out my first ever video. It's hilarious. But it is where I talk about my first day of having free tress deep twist hair and me loving it. I really did enjoy that hair. It's the only hair that I've ever worn on this channel 2 times and actually tried out 2 times. It's the hair that I only got because I was going on a trip and I needed a hair that was gonna last and look good still on the trip, and I didn't want to do sew-ins, and I had been doing sew-ins for a whole entire year and I needed to switch it up. So I got the free tress deep twist hair. Love that hair. It launched me trying more hairs, and now here we are at hair 16. Number 4, the Janet Collection faux locks. I never get too many questions about this hair. I loved it. It was $9.99 a pack, so on the more expensive side. I did have to use about 6 packs of the hair, so overall probably the most expensive, you know, hair that I've tried, $60, but I loved it. It was very different for me, and it's definitely something I want to try more. I definitely want to try more braided styles because of it. Very low maintenance, lowest maintenance, one of the lowest maintenance that I've had on this channel. How can it be high maintenance? It's just braids. It's just faux locks. What do you need to do to maintain that hair? I love the color of it. My only issue was my braids. The weight of it was bringing down my hair, but if you actually have a real professional do your hair, you shouldn't have the same problems. My sister had this hair and she loves this hair, and she wore this hair probably for upwards of 8 weeks. You can get a long wear out of the faux locks. They can look good. So the next hair, of course, is the free tress beach curl hair. It was $5.99 a pack. I used 6 packs of that hair. I wore it for 4 weeks. I had it in the color OT30. It was 14 inches, and yeah, I love that hair a lot. It probably looks very similar to the hair that I have in right now. If you guys notice a pattern with me with these next couple of hairs that I talk about, I love a specific type of a curl. Specific type of curl is my favorite and it will always be my favorite, but the beach curl was amazing because I went hiking in this hair, and I actually filmed me hiking in that hair. But if you guys know my camera situation, I think I talked about it in my free tress beach curl hair video. My camera decided no footage for you, girl, so I had to go out and buy a whole nother camera, and that's a whole nother separate issue. But I actually hiked in this hair, went up a mountain with the hair. I didn't even have it pulled up. It was rubbing against my back of my neck, and it was doing all this, and I was sweating profusely because I'm not an active person, but it held up well. I definitely tested this hair out with water too. If you guys see in my video on my final week's thoughts, is after me running water on my hair continuously like I would if I were just like deep diving into some water. I tried to simulate swimming because I didn't actually go swimming in that hair, but held up beautifully. My number 2 hair is the Outre Bohemian curl hair. Also not gonna harp too much on this hair. Very much so in the same family of the curls that I love. I love the big spirally curls. I wore this hair 6 weeks like I did the hair that I'll talk about right after that. Was one of my longest wearing hairs, one of my most lowest maintenance hairs. You guys always ask me, how do I maintain a kind of spirally type curl? The hair that I have in right now, the Presto curl, the Go-Go curl, all these type of curls. I'll leave up above my Presto curl maintenance video. That is pretty much how I do all my curly spirally styles. I almost filmed today how I maintain this hair, and I was like, why are you filming this? It's the exact same routine. You're just wasting your time at this point. So I will reference you anytime you're trying to figure out how to maintain a spirally curly hair. This is the same routine. The video up above is the same routine that I do every single time. So just be aware of that. The Bohemian curl, very low maintenance, very water friendly, very much so overall. It hits every single mark, so that's why it gets my number 2 spot. Now the number 1 hair. Love it. Like just referenced it a minute ago. Free tress Presto curl hair. Love that hair. It meets everything. Longevity, wore it for 6 weeks. Is it water friendly? Absolutely. Is it activewear friendly? Absolutely. Is the length appropriate? On the pack it says 26 inches. I don't know who they think they're fooling. That hair is not 26 inches when you first apply it. That hair is maybe 14 inches, which I love. I didn't want a long hair. I don't want a hair to be 26 inches. If you know me, 14 inches and shorter is my jam. So that hair said 26 inches, and I looked at the pack and I was like, no, it's not. So the hair, 26 inches. don't be afraid of it. It's a very much so appropriate length. It's closer to 14 inches. Like I say, Presto and Bohemian are very similar hairs. The only reason Presto beats out Bohemian is because Freetress, one, has more options in terms of how many colors you can choose. I liked the TT30 color that I had. I wish I had gotten that hair in OT30. I didn't know what OT30 meant in Presto Curl or any of the Freetress brands, but OT30 would have been a more so what I was looking for. OT30 meant that it had a little bit of dark roots, and then it went into that 30 color. TT30, it was kind of more so throughout that whole 30 color. But I like the fact that Freetress has those options. And two, I use less hair. With the Elstray Bohemian curl hair, I use 7 packs. With the Freetress Presto curl hair, I use 5 packs. So it's just more so cost savings that beats it out, but they are very comparable. So if you're in the store trying to choose one over the other, I'd say choose whatever your heart's content. You can't go wrong with the Presto curl or Bohemian curl. I just had to give each a number. So yes, that is my long-winded rankings video. I wanted to make this video a lot quicker than I've done a lot of my other videos. Of course, I have more in-depth videos on every single hair that I mentioned. I have videos specifically for each of these hairs. So if I didn't answer one of your questions about these hairs, the video's down below in the description box. Make sure you click it. Make sure you do all your research before you buy any hair that you want. Don't just go off of Leah Levon's thoughts. If Indya has a video, make sure you check out her channel too, because she may have a different opinion than some of my opinions on these hairs. It's good to have multiple opinions on some of these hairs. Make sure you check out Indya's channel. Like I said, an amazing YouTuber out there. Make sure you follow me on all social media, Instagram at Leah Levon89, Snapchat at Miss Talia89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.